Some of the first aliens, the Necrontyr, had a special disease, so they asked another race, called the Old Ones, for help. The Old Ones said no, so the Necrontyrs declared war on them. The Old Ones were really weak, so they created the Eldar and Orcs to help them out. The Necrontyr knew they couldn't win the war, so they sold their souls to gods called Catan in exchange for power. However, the Catan tricked them, turning the Necrontyr into the robotic Necrons. The Necrons wiped out the Old Ones, but were really tired after that. So after they took revenge on the Catan, splitting them into thousands of shards, they went into a million-year sleep. The Eldar then created a huge empire, and it went pretty well for a while, and the Eldar even created their own dimension, the Webway. But eventually, they got bored with their immortal lives, and turned to committing horrible acts of torture and debauchery in order to keep themselves entertained. All of this negative emotion gestated in the Warp, a mirror dimension to real space, where the three Chaos Gods lived: Khorne, god of war; Tzeentch, god of change; and Nurgle, god of disease, and created a fourth Chaos God, Slaanesh, god of excess in all its forms. Slaanesh ripped a huge tear in reality where the Eldar homeworld was, called the Eye of Terror, and through it, killed every Eldar other than those who had escaped on planet-sized ships called craft worlds, and also killed all the Eldar gods, effectively ending their empire. After the fall of the Eldar Empire, humanity finally evolved. Human history in 40k is about the same as it is in real life, but after our time, humanity started reaching out across the stars and created a massive empire. The age that followed was known as the Dark Age of Technology, in which humanity created inventions powerful enough to kill gods, and also the Men of Iron, a race of robots. The Men of Iron eventually rebelled, leading to the human empire all but falling apart. On Earth, a mysterious figure rose from the ashes, a being known only as the Emperor, a gold-clad immortal superhuman who had been around since the Stone Age, but had just now decided to reveal himself. Leading an army of gene-edited soldiers called the Thunder Warriors, the Emperor united Earth and Mars under his banner, renaming the homeworld to Terra. The Emperor realized that the Thunder Warriors were too barbaric for his new empire, so ordered his own bodyguards, the Custodes, to kill them. They succeeded, and the Emperor replaced the Thunder Warriors with better soldiers called Space Marines. They were divided into 20 chapters, and each would be led by one of the Emperor's own lab-grown sons, the Primarchs. Unfortunately, the Chaos Gods scattered the Primarchs across the galaxy before they could be born. The Emperor launched his Great Crusade without them, reconquering the lost territory and uniting every splinter of humanity's civilization by force. Along the way, he found each of the Primarchs, and they took their places by his side. After the Crusade, he promoted the best of the Primarchs, Horus, to War Master, essentially making him the right hand of the Emperor himself. Horus was tragically corrupted by Chaos, and using his newfound power as War Master, he corrupted several of his other brothers to serve the Dark Gods, and led a crusade against the Imperium itself. This war was called the Horus Heresy, and it nearly destroyed the Imperium. Horus mortally wounded the Emperor, but was slain himself. Since then, the Emperor has been entombed on the Golden Throne, little more than a corpse, and the Imperium is being assaulted from all sides. From the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.